started, I'll start with the maple. Now, first of all, I can put on my, I got some different reading glasses here. Okay, so these ones are very popular here. So these ones have wheat flour, sugar, and it looks like some vegetable oil. Modified this, modified that. Maple syrup may contain palm or kernel oil, cornstarch, salt, baking soda, baking powder, caramel, natural flavors, contains wheat and soya. Okay, well that's good to know. Contains wheat and soya. Now these are very popular around here. A lot of people like these. I've had these many times. Oh, by the way, I got myself a large Americano from McDonald's. 1 cream, 1 sugar. It's hard to try and do something quiet, you know. I've always liked these. They have a real maple flavor. Oh, that's good coffee. That's a really nice flavor. Getting lots of crumbs here. We used to get these in at work all the time. Sometimes it's just nice to have these bought-in cookies, because sometimes you get low on certain things and you run out. It's always nice to have a backup. Quite often we'd have school kids or different things like that. You know, school kids would come in that be like a choir that sing, but of course they want to have cookies and juice afterwards. You have to provide for that. And different types of meetings and that sort of thing. And you always had to have something so you could go do cookies pretty quick. So you didn't want to be caught without anything. Now I called these chocolate earlier. Okay, well, fudge, but whatever. I'm looking forward to these. You notice they're all made by the same company, Dare. Nice. Okay. Well, wheat flour, sugar. Same as the other ones. Vegetable shortening. Coconut oil. Palm oil. Same ingredients as the other one, except chocolate, caramel. You know, chocolate flavoring, that sort of thing. So pretty much the same thing. They probably just need to change 1 or 2 ingredients. Getting a lot of crumbs here. Need to sip my coffee. delicious. Wow. Now comes lemon. They all say they have no artificial colors or flavors. They all say the same thing. I was looking at that. Okay, once again, exact same ingredients, but lemon juice powder, but the usual wheat flour, sugar, vegetable shortening, cornstarch, salt. They all have the same thing basically. Okay, well these are nice and nice little swirl. Nice cookie, but the first thing I taste is a lemon, but of course, right away it's like a lemon flavor. They say lemon juice flavor, but which I'm sure that's probably what it is. Now there's cream in my coffee. Does not go well with the lemon. Okay, the one I've been waiting for. Now, I'm a coconut junkie, right? Made with real coconut, it says. Coconut, yeah. Along with the usual wheat flour, sugar, blah, 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 yeah. Yeah, okay. Salt, soda, baking soda, baking powder, and it does ammonium bicarbonate. It does say coconut. Yeah, I can smell the coconut right away. It's very coconutty. But it kind of reminds me of when you buy those frozen cream pies, banana cream pie, coconut cream. I call them shaving cream pies. But it kind of reminds me of that sort of flavor. Now, one thing I've noticed, the filling is different, but the biscuit itself, the old kind have that same flavor, like the actual cookie. is good though. Now, I'm sure you're all dying to know which one's my favorite. Well, if somebody said you can have a coffee and you have 2 cookies from each package, which package would you choose first? I think I'd probably go with the fudge. These are quite good. And once again, the cookie itself, they all kind of taste the same. It's the filling that changes it. I'm not sure if I have a least favorite. I like the maple ones over there, those are good too. I've had those many times. I think if there was one I'd eliminate as my least favorite, might be the lemon ones. Can I have another coconut? I should try coconut and chocolate one together. Now they don't taste overly fresh. I know I'm getting a lot of crumbs here. They don't taste stale. So I've had 2 from each pack, plus another one from that one, so that's 10 cookies I've had so far. Yeah, I think I was going to have a cup of coffee. 2 cookies would be my limit. I've got my eye on a camera. It's been very popular the last few years. It's been recommended by a lot of my supporters. The Sony ZV-E10, or as in Canada we call it the ZEV-10. It looks like a really good camera. I think it retails for around $1,000, give or take. It's been on sale a few times. It's on sale right now. I'm kind of apprehensive about buying it for one reason, and I've heard that it has a tendency to overheat when you record in 4K. Now, I probably wouldn't record in 4K. I'd be happy with like 1080p, you know, because when I make, sometimes I use my other camera. I have an Olympus and a Nikon bridge camera that I use for overhead shots or for different shots, or I've used them in my kitchen videos a lot. And they're very clear, they're very good. I'd be very happy with that quality. So I don't think it would overheat too much in that format. Most of my videos are only 30-40 minutes, was about a week ago. Linda and I went downtown, and there's a drugstore we go to, and they don't just sell drugs, they sell, well, groceries and coffee. They got an excellent camera and photo section. They got a really good photo section, like really good. They do all kinds of stuff there. It's, computers, TVs. It's not just it's a drugstore in name only. And they sell cosmetics and drugs, but much more than that. They have an excellent camera section. A real assortment of cameras. And this camera was on sale, I think last fall. And then it's on sale again now. So anyways, Linda and I went down there about a week ago today, and it was closed. And there was a sign on the door saying they had some computer issues. Well, we heard on the news later that they had been, they were a victim of a cyber attack. And what happens a lot of times, people's data becomes breached, and I've used credit cards there and ATMs lots of times. That's usually how I pay, is my ATM, my debit card, or my Visa. Now, I'm not sure if they had to pay a ransom to get back online, but they were closed all week. So I think it was last Friday. They've had this camera on sale again. Now, all week it's been on sale. And I thought I'd go up there and have a look at it. And I forgot that they were closed. And I got up there, I was all excited. I wanted to have a look at this camera for real. I handle it, ask some questions, and they were closed. And darn. So hopefully they'll extend that sale after they open. I'm not sure if they are open now, but I hope they are. I hope they resolve their issues. It would be a shame if they had to pay a ransom, but I'm only speculating. But I want to have a look at that camera, because if I buy one, I think I'd probably buy that one. Right now I'm using my webcam. I prefer to use my iPhone, but it gets temperamental. Sometimes it'll allow my Yeti to connect with it. Other times it won't. And, it's very frustrating when I go to plug in my Yeti, everything's all go, and it just won't seem to recognize it, so it really irritates me. I prefer the quality of my videos with my iPhone than I do my webcam. My webcam is fairly sharp within 3 feet. Beyond that, not so much. And it's terrible in low light. Well, I've had 11 cookies. I'm not going to eat anymore. Linda's grandkids will love these. Yeah. So, if you have any information you can give me on that Sony CVE10, I'd appreciate it. Your thoughts. If you own one, that I'd love to hear from you. If you know someone that has one, or if you've used one, like I said, I'd be happy to record just in regular 1080p, or whatever, I don't necessarily care about the 4K. I don't. Because, like I said, when I've recorded footage with my regular cameras, it's really good, It's better than my webcam, better than my phone, A lot of times in my kitchen videos, I'll be tasting my food, then I'll turn around. You can see a close-up of me cutting my lasagna or something. That's done with usually my Olympus or my Nikon. And the when you measure these things, is it a half inch too small, or it fits perfectly. It's just snug, beautiful metal. Looks good. The old one was so basically a hot tub lid is just two giant pieces of styrofoam, about 3 inches thick, covered with vinyl. And styrofoam, I mean, a 5-year-old could lift a big piece of styrofoam like that. But they were so waterlogged because they had ribs in them, all that, and they were so waterlogged with the rain and the snow sitting on it that we couldn't even lift it. We couldn't lift it. We had to slide it. And Linda has a bad shoulder, so I would slide one end, run around, slide the other, run back. So finally, we slid her on the ground and hit the ground. Water came gushing out of it, just like Niagara Falls, just gushing. We were finally able to get enough water where we could stand it up against the house and let it dry. Even right now, and this is about 2 or 3 days ago, it's still too heavy to move. It's really heavy. But these are big pieces of styrofoam. Like I said, when they're completely dry, they're they weigh nothing, There's no weight at all. But I was thinking once they dry out, I might use them as some kind of not so much, maybe like a sound absorbency, or maybe the block, like a sound insulation type thing. I do have some issues with, as you know, I record my videos on a condo. And this morning, for instance, they had a crew in here cleaning the carpets. And I had to wait for them to finish. But see, it would help block that out, hopefully, But, so, you know what, I might have one more cookie, man. Hey, what's it gonna be? It might be, I want another coconut one. Gee whiz. Okay, I should have another lemon one, because I've had 3 of the other ones, right? Lemon. Okay. Probably my least favorite of all of them. But it's not bad. Very lemony. If I sat with a cup of coffee and all I had was 2 lemon ones, I'm sure I wouldn't complain one bit. How many are left there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, about 12. I guess get about 15 to it back. So that's Sony CVE10, pardon me. I think I'd really like to get that camera nice and small. I'd really like that. It would, someone's banging away out there, sorry about that. Like I said, the camera I'm using now is kind of washed out. It works better when you have more light. Hence the reason I have more light. But you kind of lose the effect of the lava lamp and different things when I have too much light. My video I made of my trip to Italy there years ago, 2017 I think it was. The last minute my phone wouldn't work again, so I had to use my webcam. And I just had to set everything up real quick, because my spaghetti, you don't reheat your spaghetti so many times, right? You may not realize when you make a video all the things that can go wrong. A lot of people, they don't realize all of a sudden, okay, just recently before I started, one of my lights just stopped working. It's do something, I might forget to turn on one of my lights or something because I've got so many things going on, so many things going wrong, you know. And all of a sudden I look around and I think, oh no, I forgot to do that, you know. One thing I always do, two things, I always turn off my phone unless I'm using it to record you, and then I turn the volume down in case it rings. And I always turn off my fridge because it can be quite noisy. You don't realize those noises, but the Yeti picks up everything and multiplies it by 10. So that's the world we live in, folks, where not everything is perfect. It'd be interesting if it was. But so I'm going to be doing some more those picture videos, you know, like some of my trips. People have been asking me about that for a long time. So I did the one on Italy, I did one on Costa Rica a while ago too, and I think Mexico when I came back from Mexico about a year ago. But I'd like to do one on the Ukraine and Turkey, and Linda and I were in Russia, 2018 I think, and you know, I was in Cairo in 2008, saw the pyramids, you know, stuff like that, so it'd be interesting. I'll take up those pictures. I want to do my New York one first. I went to New York, and I have to tell you, it was a lovely city. It was friendly, fantastic. I had a great time. I was there for a week. Not with Linda. This was a woman I was dating before Linda, but I'll get to all that when I make the video. So anyways, there it is, my friends. Look at all those crumbs. Can you see that? I want to thank you for tuning in. You want a shout out, hit me up. Be prepared to wait a week, 10 days, 2 weeks. And if you don't hear your shout out, remind me after about 2 weeks, okay? If you don't hear it after 2 weeks, remind me just in case there was a lapse. And if you really want me to make sure I pronounce your name correctly, you know, maybe at the end of your message just sort of sound it out or whatever, okay? Okie dokie. Okay, we'll see you next time. Look after yourselves, look after each other,